Oh my gosh. I got so many error messages. I hope we're live. I hope you guys can hear me. How's everybody doing out there? Happy Friday, everybody. This is May 8th, and it's day, I don't know, it's going on 2 months of the studio being shut down, so we're broadcasting live. And today I thought it would be fun to do something I like to call Plenty in 20. It's usually my practice to move for an hour or sometimes more and sometimes less, usually maybe like in the 45-minute range. But I've had a lot of requests for a 20-minute class, so I thought we would give that a try. And look who stopped by.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Nearby.
Good morning, Andres.
By the way, this is my hamster. You probably don't need to know, but this is my hamster, Ginger. And she's a year and a week old. She turned 7 days ago, which is a week.
She's a giant beast.
She's not. She's a hamster.
Okay. Now, I got to teach.
No.
I'll see you in a little bit. Did you finish your schoolwork?
The schoolwork? I have a Google Hangout call at 10:30, and I just need.
And you're gonna do gymnastics, right?
That wall, yeah.
Well, then you better get out of here because I got to teach at least 20 minutes. That's what I promise people. Bye-bye. Love you. Hey, listen, guys, we're going to do a really great flow that you can do in 20 minutes. It's going to make you feel great. But before we get to that, I just want to do one thing. I really want to say thank you again to all of the people that are supporting these live yoga classes. Your generosity is amazing. I wish I could thank all of you by name. And today, everybody's going to go visit her mom, so I'm going to have a chance to update my my credits at the end as a thank you to all of you. So for those of you that are new Patreon members, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you sent a donation, thank you from the bottom of my heart, because we're a yoga studio, but we can't operate. So, and I have that cute little creature to feed, and my daughter. Yeah. So anyway, welcome. Plenty in 20. Plenty in 20. This is your yoga mat. It's about 2 feet by 6 feet. This is a no bullshit zone. This is where we can no longer lie to ourselves about the state of our body. This is where we hold ourselves accountable. Step your feet nice and wide apart. And then slide the heels in so your toes point at the corners of your mat. Slide your thumbs over your ears. It feels like if your hair was down, and if you had a lot of hair, you'd just be sweeping it back. And this is called a full skull hold. Now what I want you to do is bend your knees and pull your groin back. That's you sticking your butt out and even trying to lift your butt up with your back as you bend your knees and sit. And then just begin to lift the elbows and look up at the ceiling. While you're looking up at the ceiling, see if you can draw your knees another centimeter apart and pull your groin back another ½ centimeter. And release. Slowly hinge forward. And place 10 fingertips on the floor. Bend your knees one at a time. So I thought we would really work on opening up the hips and the shoulders, because if we only got 20 minutes to practice, we want to make sure that we get the most bang for our buck, right? Rise up again. Turn your right foot out and bend your knee once. And twice, and 3 times. Whenever you move a joint, muscles are making that happen. Turn your right foot in, turn your left foot out. And that means as you bend your knee, you're gonna pump, pump, pump it up, just like an old Reebok shoe. Turn that foot back in and bind your hands behind you. Hinge forward, bend your knees again, And as you lift your fists, keep your knees bent, but try to lift your butt cheeks into the air. Your butt cheeks are going to chase your fists. That means we're trying to create an anterior pelvic tilt. As you look down at the long edge of your mat in front of your toes, you're trying to pull your pubic bones away from that point. Release. Rise back up. Now let's do a fun, quick salutation to get the work done. Turn your right foot out and come into warrior two. Flip the palms up. Take your left arm behind your back, reach your right arm to the sky, and lower left shoulder to left ankle. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, cartwheel your hands to your right foot. Step back and touch your chest to the floor. Push up and press back into down dog or crouching cat. If you don't know what crouching cat is, it's down dog with your knees slightly bent. Lift your right leg up and step through. Reach your right hand up. Twisting to the right, looking up for your right thumb. Don't reach behind you, reach straight up. Your right arm should be like a signpost, perpendicular to the earth, more or less. Reach down and turn your body to the left. Rise up and turn your left foot out. Come into warrior two. This time we're lunging into the left knee. Pull the groin back and lift the heart up. Spread the fingers, flip the palms. Invite in one more deep breath. And then reverse. Slide your right arm behind your back. Take your left hand, reach straight up, thumbs above your shoulder. Lower your right shoulder towards your armpit. Keep your left arm straight. Keep your left knee bent. Take a deep breath. Cartwheel your hands to your left foot. Step back. Chest to the mat. Push up and press back. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step forward. Reach your left hand into the air. Look up at your thumb, and you're trying to draw a straight line from your right hand on the floor to your left palm in the air. Tighten the belly. Press the left knee in slightly. Reach down. Turn to your right. Rise up and come into warrior two on the right leg. That means your right foot turns out, your right knee bends. Reverse. Breathe in. Cartwheel your hands to your right foot. Step back. Touch your chest to the floor. Push up and press back. Lift your right leg up and step through. Reach your right hand high. Take a deep breath. Reach down. Turn left 90 degrees. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two on the left leg. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to your left foot. Step back. Touch your chest to the floor. Push up and press back. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step. Reach your left hand into the air. Breathe in. Exhale, turn to your right 90 degrees. Inhale, rise up. Turn the right foot out. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to your right foot. Step back. Touch your chest to the floor. Push up. Press back. Lift your right leg. Breathe in. Exhale, step forward. Reach your right hand high. Breathe in. Exhale, turn left. Inhale, stand up into a star. Turn your left foot out. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to your left foot. Step back. Chest to the floor. Push and press. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step. Reach your left hand up. Breathe in. Reach down. Turn to your right 90 degrees. Inhale. Rise up. And we're back where we started. We did 3 on each side, and that's a really great start. We're going to turn the right foot out and lunge into the right knee. If we've only got 20 minutes, we need to focus on movement that's going to give us more of a ballistic stretch approach. So, take that right hand and place it on your knee. Reach your left hand up. This is going to be your easiest position. We're going to slowly ramp these up and make these a little bit more challenging. Right elbow to knee, or right hand reaching for left toes. If you take your elbow off your knee, make sure that as you're reaching for your left toes with your right hand, you're not droopy and melted, but you're strong and straight. Reverse. This is where we're going to get curvy, but not melty. This is a reverse warrior. Right hand reaches over your left shoulder goes to the left ankle, right knee stays bent, and then we're going back to extended side angle. Your variation could be hand on your knee or elbow on your knee. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Nice straight lines. Inhale, nice and curvy but strong. This time straighten your right leg and reach over your right toes and come into a triangle. Left hand reaches up, right hand comes to your shin, back of your hand can come to the calf, fingertips to the floor, and you can always place your hand on a yoga block if the floor is too far away from your hand. And if you don't have a block and you need support, hand on the shin, just keep your right knee from hyperextending and locking out. Stay here in your triangle. If you want to go a little bit further, slide your left thumb over your ear. Bend your left knee and stick your butt out towards the edge of your mat behind you. Lift your left elbow away from your left hip so you're looking with your eyes stacked to the right. Left knee bends, groin pulls back, right leg remains straight. Lift the left elbow away from the left hip. Pull the left armpit back, pin it back, and release. Oh my, that's nice. Rise up. Turn the right foot in. Let's do that on the other side. 20 minutes? You can't do yoga in 20 minutes. All right, bend that knee. Remember, you've got 3 positions to come to. Left hand on knee, left elbow on knee, or left hand reaching for right toes. Nice straight lines. If you're in this stronger extension, keep your chest facing the wall. Make sure we don't turn down. Again, we're not droopy. Now let's try to unite breath with these 2 movements. As you inhale, come into reverse, keep the left knee bent, and keep your left arm straight. Lower the right shoulder to the right ankle. Exhale, extend into whatever version you're doing. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Make sure your feet are flat on the floor. You're deliberately aware of your feet. Come into reverse one more time. Focus on your feet. Your body knows how to create these movements now. Straighten your left leg. Pull your left hip away from that edge of your mat you're reaching over. And then left hand comes down to the shin, to the calf, to the floor, to your block. Right hand goes up. And with every exhale, maybe the back of that hand, if it's there on your leg, slides down a little bit closer to the floor. Keep tightening the right side. So I'm actively trying to pull my tailbone to my right heel and pull my right hip to my right underarm. I'm trying to shorten my right side so that the fabric on my shirt on the right, the top side, begins to create wrinkles. We're still here, we're still breathing. Focusing, exploring, feeling, and hopefully not hating, right? The practice is challenging. Slide your thumb over your ear. But remember, it's meant to be the little bit of maintenance that we have to do so that we'll feel better when we're 70, 80. Now, as you lift right elbow away from your right hip and begin to look sideways to the left, bend your right knee and stick out your butt. That means pull your groin back. Pin the right armpit back. Make sure you're breathing no matter where you are. Release. Rise up. Turn the left foot in. Now let's see how this pose, the very first pose we did, feels now that we've been moving. So bend your knees, point your toes at the corners of your mat, pull your groin back. What's pulling your groin back is your low back. So even though the knees are bending and the hips are going down, the butt cheeks can lift up. So try to stretch the back of your pants with your butt. Slide your thumbs over the ears. Keep your elbows close, but not touching, okay? Maybe point your elbows directly where you're looking so that your arms feel like the blinders of a racehorse. And then begin to pull your groin back and lift your elbows up. Now see if you can't separate the knees, but keep the groin pinned back and use your spine to push your heart up. Don't go back, guys, go up. Release. Man, that feels good. Now we're going to turn to the top of the mat, plant the hands at the left foot, step back into downward facing dog. That way we can work on some deeper twists, but we'll twist to the camera or twist to your screen. So lift your right leg up and step forward. And slide your hands back, bend your left knee, right leg straight. We're going to take those hands off the floor no matter what. So maybe you do that now, or maybe you just focus on straightening your right leg. So what you're trying to do is simultaneously push your right foot into the floor to push your right hip away from the top edge of your mat. I'm going to switch cameras, hopefully so that you can see. Here's the top edge of my mat. My right toes are pointing at that, and I'm trying to push my right hip away from that edge with my foot. And usually when I push into the heel, I lift the toes, but the last thing I want to do is put the big toe back on the floor so I activate my outer calf, these fibularis muscles. Empty the belly, pull your belly off your thigh, reach your right hand up. Look up at your thumb. Your left knee can bend. There's nothing that says it can't. Left knee bending is just going to change the angle of your right hip joint. It's going to take you a little bit deeper into that tension. Tension equals active stretch. Release. Plant your right hand and step left foot forward. Hands on the knees, breathe in. Hands touch the floor, push into your heels as you look at the back edge of your space. Bend the knees a little bit so you can spring through the heels and rise up to standing facing the short edge of your mat, what most people consider the top of the mat, right? Lift your right leg into the air and cross your ankle over your thigh. Stick out your butt, squat down. Right hand to your knee, left hand to your right ankle. Push your left hand down into your ankle. Use your right hand to lift your right knee up. Now that right hand, I want you, if you place it on the outside of your knee, to slide it behind your knee and grab the hamstring and then pull it up so you force your right thigh bone to medially rotate. So I'm actively lifting my right knee with my right hand, but I've got my right hand on the inside of my thigh. Hope the camera can pick that up. Now, go ahead and lift your right knee into the air and place your foot on the top and side of your thigh. That means your heel is under your groin and the arch of your foot is on the top of your thigh and your big toe is over the knee. Push your foot into your thigh, bend your left knee, reach your hands out and up and flip your palms. Stick out your butt. And now, left hand to hip, right hand to the big toe. Grab your foot. Take your foot off your thigh and pull your right shoulder blade onto your back, and that's going to pull your right knee back. towards the side of your ribs. You can stay here and maybe lift the heel without straightening your leg. Maybe your foot's still down here, and that's fine. And then you can always push through the heel. Pull at the shoulder, push through the heel. So I'm pushing with the leg from hip to heel. I'm pulling from hand to armpit to bring my shoulder blade onto my back. Release. Plant that right foot. Reach your hands up into the air. We're going to do the other side. Take a deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward. Fingertips on the floor. Slide your right foot all the way back. We're going to take left hand and reach for the ceiling. And now you can bend your right knee. You're using your left foot to push your butt away from the top edge of your mat, the top edge of your mat being the short edge in front of your left toes. So you're pushing yourself back, and that right hand can slide back with you. Pull the groin back. You're trying to push yourself back with your left foot. Release. And reach down and step forward. Hands on the knees, breathe in. Fingertips on the floor. Now your instinct might be to grab your ankles and pull yourself down. But then you're using your arms to pull yourself into flexion at the hips rather than trying to create flexion at the hips. That's why my option is to never really grab the feet and pull. We try not to use leverage so that we can train the body how it operates. Slight bend in the knees, hands on the knees, and we push the chest away from the big toes until the spine is straight, and then we come up with straight legs. Now we're going to take that left ankle and place it on the right thigh. Point the big toe, hand on the ankle, hand on the outside of your knee. Push down with the right hand, lift up with the left hand. Now, stick out your butt, pull your groin back. Remember, you're trying to stretch the back of your pants with your butt. Now that left hand that's on the outside of your thigh, just above the knee, it's going to slide under the thigh until your fingertips are on the inside of your thigh. And my left thumb is right at the back of my left knee. And then I'm going to try to take my left inner thigh and pull it down and up and around to the outside. And while I do that, I'm pushing the ankle down, sticking my butt against my pants and my chest against my shirt. And then we grab the foot and we place the foot on the thigh. So the big toe's over the knee. So rather than this angle here where my toes are pointing down at my inner ankle, I want my toes to, if they were drawing a line, they'd point to my outer ankle, heels on the inside of the knee. I'm literally trying to use my foot the way a monkey would grab a banana with his foot to grab my thigh. I'm also pushing into my thigh firmly with my left foot. My right thigh has to respond and push back. Reach your hands out, flip your palms, separate them, bend your knee, stick out your butt. Grab the big toe. Whoa! And right hand on your hip. And we pull the left knee back. What I'm really doing is pulling my left shoulder blade onto my back so that the weight of my leg isn't just pulling me down. I want to find my posture. I want to find my chest stuck against my shirt. You can lift the heel, and you can push through the heel for more. Remember, push through the heel, but pull at the shoulder. Ooh, this side's tight today. Take another deep breath. Enjoy the challenge. Release. Plant your foot, reach both hands up. Hinge forward and fingertips touch the floor. Step both feet back. Press your heart back to your feet. Lower your knees. And sit to your heels. Whenever we transition from something challenging, we want to just take a moment to sit and ground. Have our little moment of Zen, as it were. Step the knees towards the top edge, cross the ankles, take a seat. Extend your right leg straight. Grab your right foot, because we did it standing, right? If we can do it standing, we can do it seated. Grab your foot, left hand on your knee. Lean to your left until your right butt cheek comes off the floor. And just like we did standing, drive through your right heel and pull at the right shoulder. But this time, while we're seated, we're going to twist and look to your left. And then release. Step your right foot back. Capture the knee on the inside of the elbow. Place your right hand behind you. Lift your heart. And turn. Release. Straighten the left leg. And bring the right foot in. Grab your foot even if you have to bend that knee. That's not a crime. And then bend or place your right hand on your knee. And just like we did before and just like we did standing, drive through the heel, pull at the shoulder. And as I turn, I'm leaning to my right to get my left butt cheek just off the floor, just a hair, just enough to slide a piece of paper under my butt. Turning to the right, I'm trying to look away from my left foot. My left foot's trying to push away from me. And my left shoulder says, I love you, foot. Please don't leave. Come back. It really does say those things. It does in my mind. And that tells you a lot, right? Release. Plant your left foot. I just do what the voices tell me. Capture your knee on the inside of your left elbow. Tighten your belly. And place your left hand behind you. Push your butt cheeks down, those sitting bones down. Lift your heart up. Release. Now, if that wasn't a tight 20, that was maybe a tight 22. Bring your feet together, or bring your feet in front of you, rather, for Sukhasana. Now, the reason why I would prefer that versus Shavasana is like, if you've only got 20 minutes, you ain't got time to lay there, man. So maybe we do have time to place our hands on our knees. Do we have that much time to sit, close our eyes? Take a couple of deep breaths. You can get plenty in 20. You can even get a good amount of work done in 10. And soon I'm going to be offering you a video just on the Volution Salutation, which is the best way. If you've got 5 minutes to try to take care of yourself and correct some issues. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I really appreciate you being here to practice with me. I hope wherever you are, you're vibrant and healthy and resilient and strong and safe and persistent and just a total badass through this yoga magic. It doesn't have to be mystical to be magical. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Namaste.